All right, here we go. We are in seventh grade science. We are up to minerals and rocks. Straightforward. This is what it is. Let's go ahead. Let's jump in, take a look. A few fun things that we did. Two of the biggest funnest things that we did. We actually made rock candy, which is kind of cool to see the crystallization process of it. The other thing that we did in this unit is we made a documentary on volcanoes. So we'll get into those in just a little bit. Take a look at minerals. I have a few minerals. They're in the back left cupboard, right above the phone. And we can take a look at them and have kids take a look at the different minerals, figure out densities, stuff like that. Here's a video how to make rock candy, how to identify different minerals, all that kind of stuff. Made a quick little, this did not take long, but we made a quick little encyclopedia of different minerals, okay, and then the density that I talked about a little bit, using minerals. This was all pretty straightforward, okay? Then we talked about metals, and we got into different metals, and we talked about how different ages were really transformed by what metals they could actually work with. You know, you got the Copper Age, got the Bronze Age, talked about how those were different. Had some videos in there, Iron Age, Steel. We did watch parts of this video basically building, making a samurai sword. We didn't make any samurai swords in class, but you get the idea. Um, Purification of metals, stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff that we took a look at. We got into classifying rocks, how science actually do it, grain size. Once again, in the cabinet in the back of the classroom, there's a whole bunch of rocks, and we just kind of put these rocks on the on a carpet in the middle of the room, and we just started classifying them. Just kind of started sorting them out. What kind were they? Defend why we thought they were what they were. All that kind of stuff. All this stuff you can get through real easily. It's all in the notes, so you can read all of that yourself. Hopefully this is useful to you. Just continuing on. And then rock cycle, that's a pretty important part. We spent some time, we made some different things. I believe we used Canva to make different posters and stuff like that about the rock cycle. Okay. All right, let's go into the chapter itself, and you'll see a lot of this stuff here. The reading guide that I used, the notes that I ended up using, that all the different types of notes. Here it looks like a reading guide on igneous rocks, notes on sedimentary, metamorphic, and then the reviews and the tests. So this was not a super long unit. But what we also did in this unit, I think it's in a different folder, is we took a look at volcanoes as well. And I believe it was in here. Yeah, it must have been in that unit right there. There's the volcanoes right there. You can see a few different things. If you look on my YouTube channel, you can see the actual volcano documentaries that they did. Really what we did is we split into 5 different groups. You can read through the scripts to see what they are. I wish, let's see here. Yep, here we go. This is the main sheet that I use to just kind of roll it out. We took a look at, what's a good documentary? What does it look like? Um, then I split the kids up into groups. The different groups were Pompeii, what are volcanoes, the different kinds of volcanic eruptions, volcanic landforms, and finishing with a modern eruption, Mount St. Helens. Okay? Now down here, the different things that we did, we researched each of them, we wrote our scripts, we found our pictures, we put them into the app Explained Everything, and then we ran the show, did a voiceover to make our section of the documentary. I don't believe we did a test on this unit. It says here documentary will replace the test. Okay. Let's see here. Everything's pretty straightforward. Then what I did, each student then, or each group of student, they did one part of this 5 topics here. Um, Ended up being, I think they were about 8 minutes. I'd have to go back and actually look how long they actually were. But then I spliced all of those segments together to make one solid documentary on volcanoes. Then one day we got the science classes together and we just popped some popcorn, sat back, and we watched each other's documentaries, which that was pretty fun on volcanoes. Something a little bit different than just a straight up test on something. So yeah, let's see here. Then we have populations, aquatic ecosystems, and a few things on the environment. I'll do those on the next video, and I'll probably be able to hit all 3.